But between Victor Harbour and Goolwa, it's absolutely a fantastic drive. The old red hens are leading the pack. Unpowered, $12.50 per night. Have a look at this sucker. Look at the size of it. G'day, Goose here. Join me as I explore the best 20-kilometre coastal drive in South Australia. I will also show you a showground that only charges $12.50 per night. And the ever famous Port Elliot Bakery gets a look in. Plus stay tuned as I do the Goolwa shuffle and find some amazing critters on the comeback. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. G'day, Goose here. Well, I'm back at Victor Harbour as a starting point to my next adventure. Now, absolutely fantastic day, but I'll be heading in that direction out there, which is going to take me to my destination Goolwa, which is about 20 kilometres away. But between Victor Harbour and Goolwa, it's absolutely a fantastic drive. We go through towns like Port Elliot, Middleton, and until we get to Goolwa. I'm sure there's going to be plenty to see, and I know there's a bakery on the way that people travel hundreds of miles just to check it out. But for now, I'm just sitting here having my morning coffee. Bit of a sneaky park overnight just over there, and just have a look at the day we got. Have a look at this. That's Granite Island in the distance, but have a look. This is what I woke up to. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely fantastic. As I said, in that direction over there is where I'll be heading once I've done my morning walk. And there's where I parked up last night. A local resident who I was talking to last night said, don't park here, put your van in the vacant block there. It's been vacant for years. So I did. Oh God. Well, that's something you don't hear every day. How's that? Someone on their bagpipes playing Advanced Australia Fair. So here on Granite Island, I've just been speaking to one of the local university penguin study guys, whatever you want to call them, scientists or whatever, and they're doing a survey of the area. They actually go around looking for penguins. Now, I've talked in previous videos, I'm just down that direction towards the jetty. They got like a penguin sanctuary, I would call it. There's highly unlikely there's any penguins in there, but that's not saying there's not. It's not manned anymore like it used to be. There used to be tours and stuff like that. They don't do them anymore because when COVID hit a few years ago, the island had a couple of visitors, and the visitors had a smorgasbord of what penguins were around the place, and the penguin colony was drastically reduced. So we're talking a couple of foxes that made their way across to Granite Island during COVID, and because there was no one around during COVID, no one noticed. And then the penguin colony drastically was decreased. So, but they're still here. I've actually just spoken to him a short minute ago. We were talking around the other side. He was around the other side of the island looking for penguins. But the colony is slowly coming back. I believe they must have got the foxes and got rid of them. But unfortunately, the sanctuary area is not what it used to be. But it's still worth a look. Come over here, have a look around the kiosk down the end. I reckon they serve fantastic coffees and chocolates, whatever, down there. So that's worth a visit alone, just for the kiosk and the walk around the island. 45-minute walk. See some natural scenery. Absolutely fantastic, especially when the tide's up. But if you look, as I said, if you're looking for the famous penguins, come across, but just don't go hunting for them. I have been asked by the guy to specifically stress, don't go looking for them, because they're probably hiding amongst wherever they are and don't want to be disturbed. But as he said, the colony's doubled in the past 4 years, which is pretty good for Granite Island. Well, we got a bit lucky today. We're just about to head off, and the Victor Harbour train station gave out the notification the Cockle train's arriving. So here is the South Australia's famous Cockle train. Now, it's the old red hen. The old red hens are leading the pack. When I was a teenager, I used to catch these things to go to work. No air conditioning. The only way you got breeze is if you pulled the windows down, and if you got lucky you got a door seat. You used to sit face the breeze and push the door open and lock your foot in to hold the door open. The old red hens. So they're now down here doing the Cockle train route. Historic trains. Along the track from Victor Harbour to Goolwa, you've got a variety of small beaches along the place. Now, as I speak, there's someone in the distance down there. Looks like they're doing some fishing. A couple of surfers over the distance. Looks like a bit of a bodyboard beach where they do some body surfing. And of course, right behind me, we've got the Cheatham Beach Surf Lifesaving Club. Now it is open for business, so come and have a cup of coffee if you're down here. It's an out of the way place. It's actually very intriguing. Well, I'm down here at Port Elliots, and I'm just doing a bit of recon work regarding the showgrounds, and I've spotted this. It's the old Port Elliot Police Horse Stables. Just down here. Very popular. Bit of a old table and chair, and over there's the dog park for the dogs. But what's more important is it backs on to absolutely fantastic place, the Port Elliot Showgrounds. Now you can actually stay here unpowered, $12.50 a night per person, or they do a $30 for power. Now I presume the power could be for 2 people. for 30 bucks. So it's fantastic value, but for unpowered, $12.50 per night, per person at the Port Elliot Showgrounds. There's a few here. I've spoken to the people that run the place, the caretakers, and they've asked me to be a bit discreet, which is fair enough. So I've just gone outside the premises to have a look, but I did drive through. They've got your showers and toilets and all your laundry and everything there that you need. Everything you need is there. And this is the entrance as you come through, so it's not hard to find. Well, I'm in a little town called Port Elliots in South Australia. Now, the town's got a few little bits and pieces in it that's interesting. It's got your pub, a couple of pubs, a fantastic beach down the road, Horseshoe Bay that they call it. They got the showgrounds in that direction down there where you can stay for around $12.50 unpowered. But it's not that. People travel hundreds of miles to go to one place and one place only. Now, when I say people travel hundreds and hundreds of miles to travel to this place, I'm not joking. On a weekend, you'll see a lineup. Now, alright, you can see a lineup, maybe 10 or 20 people going to the shop. But this place has a reputation so strong that, well, let's show you. There it is there. The Port Elliot Bakery. Now, on a weekend, that lineup goes from there all the way around that corner. The lineup for the bakery. Hundreds of people line up just to get inside. Now, apparently they do have a bit of a special going all the time with their donuts and their pies, all that type of stuff, and just people just love the place. So Port Elliot Bakery, it's the place to go. So I'm going to go in there now and let's see what they've got to offer. So let's go inside and have a look. Because there on the wall they see they've got the donut of the month, the chocolate biscoff, and the pie of the month, the satay chicken. So I might try one of each. So I've ordered myself the pie of the month, which is a satay chicken, and the donut. So let's see what happens. Look at that. It's not bad. I will give that as very nice. I could have sat at the bakery and had it, but just down the road we've got Horseshoe Bay, and just spin you around and have a look. So I could have sat at the bakery, or I just 5 minutes down the road we've got Horseshoe Bay. But now we've got their donut of the month. There's a chocolate by variance of it, but have a look at this sucker. Look at the size of it. I've got a monster hand. This thing's huge. Well, I finally hoed down that donut. Absolutely beautiful. I will admit, one of the best donuts I've tasted. Like you weren't watching me, I made a mess. It was one of those jobs where you actually cut it in half and have it in 2 sessions. The only downfall, Farmers Union iced coffee. It would have really topped it off. So, if you're ever in the Port Elliot area, check out the Port Elliot Bakery. You'll thank me later. So here I am at the world-renowned Horseshoe Bay at Port Elliot. Have a look at the place. Check out over there. Look at the Surf Lifesaving Club in the distance. And you see, it looks like they've got the school kids out doing their life-saving classes, whatever they're doing over there. It's absolutely fantastic beach. Yeah, over in the distance, just over there, where those pine trees are, that's where the caravan park is. Alright, they do charge like I would in the ball over there, but look where you're going to be. It's absolutely unbelievable. And of course, just over behind me, got like a bit of a barbecue area just over there. That's where I was having my lunch just a minute ago. It's a spectacular beach. In the summer months, school holidays, it's absolutely chock-a-block. Horseshoe Bay, Port Elliot. When you're in the area, come and have a look. Look, if you like to come here and stay a few nights, feel free. It's a beautiful little place. Instead, you've got the caravan park just in there, in that direction, or you've got the showgrounds, which I showed you earlier. Chalk and cheese, because you've got the ever popular Horseshoe Bay, and there's a variety of beaches around here as well. So you can use it as a base to explore the area. Honestly, at $12.50 a night, if you're not a free park or a free camp, but $12.50 a night per person at the showgrounds, not a bad place to base yourself and to explore the area. Anyway, let's head on to the next place. Now, as you come to Middleton from Port Elliot, have a look at this place behind me. It's absolutely fantastic. He's an ironworks artist, I believe, called Blue Temper. Just have a look at some of the stuff he's got in there. Have a look at that. Guy's pretty good with his hands, I'd say. And he's got a showroom, so you can come and have a good look. Something for everyone. But Middleton is just up there. And as I said, it's one of the quirkiest little towns I've been to. It's a surfy town. A lot of the surfers come down here when they were younger. They bought property. Smart asses, because I did come down here when I was 17. I didn't buy property. And some of the quirky stuff that goes on down there. They built houses, but they're platforms for twice the size of the house. And you say, what's that platform for? Then you realise they get up in the mornings, climb the platform, have a look, see if the surf's any good from there where they're living. Come for a drive through, you'll see what I'm talking about. Middleton, really quirky little town between Victor Harbour and Goolwa. Now I'm at Goolwa Beach in South Australia. Now, very popular beach because you can drive on it. There's the entrance. 4-wheel drive only though, and make sure you reduce your tyres because you do get caught. It's very soft. I was just watching a guy go through a second ago and he struggled at the end. So be on the safe side, drop your tyre pressure down. It's and Bob's your uncle, you're on the beach. Fantastic beach to get along. Very popular, Goolwa Beach. A few horses come down here as well. People bring their horses down here also, but it's mainly the 4-wheel drivers. They absolutely love it. They can go right up to the Murray mouth, which is very historic. We've also got the Sth Lifesaving Club, because that's how popular it does get down here in the summer months. But Cockles, very popular spot for people hunting cockles. They're doing the old cockle shuffle out there. I've done it a few times. Most funniest times with my father. He was rolling around like a beach whale. I had to virtually jump on him to stop him going ass over tit all the time. So the waves were just washing him back and forward like he was in a wash machine. It was actually quite funny. And but it's very popular. People come down here. Look, people come down here for a swim, they go for a surf, Goolwa Beach, and as I said, but also you could have a bit of a shuffle and just see if you can grab a few cockles while you're here. Now, unfortunately, the Algae Bloom have shown a spanner amongst the works down here. We used to be able to get the cockles and eat them, but these days it's mainly just for fishing bait. We'll have a crack and just see if we got some in close, because some people drive miles and miles to find the cockles. But we'll have a bit of a squish around, and the great thing about it too is we've got the surf lifesavers. Keep an eye if you want to do something close. As you see, there are some still lying around. I don't think they're alive, that one, but you usually just go to about, sometimes you go, but you know, usually just ankle deep. Oh, the water's freezing. And just have a bit of a feel around, see if there's any around. I'm not feeling many as I'm standing here. They've got a limit about 300 or 400, I think it's only 300 now, of cockles, so and there's a certain size as well. I just felt one. But when you find a patch, you know, there's cockles everywhere. But as I speak right now, I'm having to scratch around, there's absolutely none. A lot of small ones, as you can see. A lot of little baby ones I'm digging up, all unsized, so it's amazing. You just sit there and watch them dig themselves back in the sand. Have a look at that. Look at that, just disappearing as we speak. There's one there going down. Have a look at that. It's amazing how the I'm looking at my feet. There you go. There's heaps and heaps and heaps of cockles. They're all on the size. And the wave recedes, you see what I'm talking about. And that's how they do it. And when you get the big ones, you know. Now look at that. But that's a good sign, considering we just had the Algae Bloom through here. A lot of the cockles are dying. There's dead cockles everywhere, so. But it's absolutely a ball of fun if you come down to Goolwa Beach. It's about just finding the right spot, doing a bit of shuffling the sand, because all I was doing was just twisting my feet, doing like the twist in my feet. And like I said, I can feel small ones, but I can't feel no big ones. See, look there, there's a few behind me. But look at that going down as we speak. Look at that. That one there. So there's another one there. So they're all here. There's that one there. Look at that one. That's going down as I saw. So they're a living creature. Absolutely fantastic. But these are these small ones, babies. But look at this by my feet. There you go. I just scratched them up, all on the sides. And just sit there and watch them. Got a wave coming soon. But while we're talking, look at that. You can see them going down. Comes the wave as we speak. It's great fun, honestly. I'm not. I've worked up a sweat, but when you go for a wander, it's great fun. But they need to be at least that size or better. It's a Goolwa Beach. It's not just all about swimming and surfing. Go cockling, it's an absolute blast. Well, I'm at Goolwa. It's a lovely little town on the Murray River, really. It's just up from the barrages, so it's all fresh water here. The barrages are just, you can probably see them in the distance, just over there. That's where the barrages are. We'll probably check them out later on. So this is all fresh water. On the other side of the barrages is all salt water. So this is basically where it's holding the fresh water back in. And it's a nice little spot, this spot here. I've currently got the barbecue going. Got a couple of snags, a couple of patties on the barbecue. That'll be dinner for tonight. Nothing special, bit of bread and butter. And a bit of far lap. And it's a very nice little spot where I am right now. I've got I parked up here. Don't know if I'll stay here for the night. Toilets are here. I'm not quite sure about if it's parking or what, but you never know. So that was the Victor Harbour to Goolwa Road. It's a fantastic drive, only 20 kilometres with an absolute heaps of things to see and do. A definite bucket list.